Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. And hello, and thank you for joining me today. Katherine Kim Mullen, and this morning I show up every Monday at 10:30 a.m. Most of the time talking about what's current and wealth and connectivity. So today, as I join you, many of you are in 10K, 10 days, because that's where it starts. If you are in business, if you are an entrepreneur, it starts with dollars. Today's currency is money. So how much money do you have? How much money do you want? And you really need to focus on how much you want, not how much you have. So let's jump on the topic at hand, and that is change. And that instigated, in a good way, change for me. So most of you know me as someone that loves to read books, but not only read them, study them, and apply portions of it to my life that work for me. So I want to share a book, Who Moved My Cheese. Many of you may know him from The 1 Minute Manager, but Who Moved My Cheese is an amazing book for entrepreneurs to read. It's a fast read, it's an easy read, and it really makes you aware, especially if you look at the last few years. We've had many obstacles and challenges, what Napoleon Hill would refer to. That being said, what is Who Moved My Cheese? What is the primary focus? It's about change. And what he says is change happens, right? And you need to, in business, anticipate that change, not be afraid. So if you're in the 10K challenge, you've come up with an idea. You may have been doing something in the past that worked. Now you're looking and saying, maybe I don't want to do that anymore. Maybe I want to tweak it. Maybe I want to do it another way. And you're in the right community for that. And it's not too late if you haven't joined it, because the replay for the first session is available when you do join. When you join, free, by the way, all this is free. And then there's a bonus here that was given on ads, which you have access to. I did a short meditation, 10 minutes, which really is an introduction to connecting with what you're doing. What are you wanting to do? What is deep inside you that only you can do? And I mean that. Do it the way you want to do. If anybody has hired a plumber, you've hired a plumber. You can have two different plumbers doing the same job, but they do it differently. And you hire based on their attitude, their experience, and how they connect with you. So once you determine what you're doing, when people say build your story, well, your story is parts of you that when you meet a prospective client, they'll be able to say, oh, those two people do the same thing differently. Which one do I want to work with? Which one will I connect with to create the results I need? And that's why you want to bring your person. So let's get back to change. If you had an idea, this is what I'm doing, and no longer want to do it that way, that's okay. Change is really important to embrace. It's scary. And this book talks about 4 mice and a maze and how to make a decision to embrace the change. And if you adapt something, to what you're going to apply it. So you'll make a change, you'll tweak something. That's the beauty of this 10K challenge. You take your offer and you tweak, you test. Well, also what you want a decision to make a change. Stop doing things the old way. Start doing it the new way. Adapt to the change, make the change. And you know what? Enjoy it. Enjoy the change. Have faith in what you're deciding, believe. And you make a change today and you put an ad out, and it doesn't bring you what you want. Well, you know what? Be ready to quickly change again. Change is going to happen because you want it to happen because of an obstacle. Speak to change today. And then I wanted to speak to thoughts. Thoughts. We go in every Friday at 10 a.m. and speak to Rich Thinking to Grow, specifically looking at Think and Grow Rich. Some of you may have asked me, well, you have asked me, have I read this? Well, let me share with you. I healed through a book a day, a book on business, a book on growth. So I often look at a book and say, I like that. I'm going to apply this. I'm going to embrace this. I'm going to test this. And I like it. It becomes part of my lifestyle. And if it doesn't work for me, it's very easy for me. I drop it and I move on and I keep moving, like the little engine that could, the blue train. That the little engine that could just believed he could. He didn't think about not being successful in business. So I have an established, successful business with partners that truly work, has a mastermind alliance. We've been working for years together, and that's my sister's in commercial real estate finance. I have another partner at Sage Navigation, Katherine. You've met her here. And what we do, that word work, I really do, because I love work. I love life, and work is just a part of it. So I only do what I love and collaborate with others that like the parts I don't like to do, so that we work together, journey, and we work with wealth and connectivity, primarily with women or people that are able to tap into their feminine energy, because we are vulnerable. We do multitask and we get things done. We wear our hearts as our clothing. So absolutely not. They feel a lot, but they've been trained to wear their hearts as undergarments. So you don't see them, but it doesn't mean they're not there. We really work with social, spiritual, financial, mental, and physical wealth. You need them all. And with them all, with balance, you have emotional wealth, which allows, easily. So let's get on to what I want to share today. I want to share that Rich Thinking to Grow is going to be growing their book club. And it's a hard thing because it's more than a book club. What we are book navigators. We're wealth seekers. We're a community of wealth seekers that we're on our 4th year, and we take the time to read a book. In September, we'll be reading The Science of Amazing book. And we take the time to read that book for about 25 minutes. And then we bring out our foundation piece, which is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. And we read till we either read a page or till we find something, want to apply to our life. Sometimes what we do is we spend 5 minutes on that book, and then 30 minutes of sharing our thoughts, our insights. And there's no pre-work. There's no get ready, read this before you come. Not at all. What it is a group of people connecting, reading and sharing. And from there, sharing their thoughts and having meaningful and meaningless conversations on whatever we share during that hour. And we spend an hour together. We will be starting that in September after Labor Day on the first Wednesday. So if you want to know more information, please reach out. I'll put the link in the chat, or actually, no, reach out to me, because I'd love to talk to you about it and give you more information and talk about Rich Thinking to Grow. When you start thinking, and I'll ask this question to you, 10K in 10 days, that's the statement. What does that make you feel? And if it makes you feel scared, join the challenge. If it makes you feel excited, join the challenge. If it makes you feel, oh, that's not enough, like I want more than that, join the challenge. And if it makes you feel, I'll never make that, join the challenge. Why do I say that? I say that because I did join the challenge, and I do have a very successful business, and I live the life I want to live. I've designed my life to do what I want when I want. I have fun. Not that I haven't had my challenges, not that I haven't had defeat, but I haven't had failure. So I look forward to having a conversation with you. If you want to have a conversation with me, please let me know in the comments and reach out. Haley Gray, thank you for the time so much for being on the journey with me for Sage Navigation, so that we can bring wealth and connectivity to all who are seeking it. And Karen Postuma, thank you for being on the journey beside me for Rich Thinking to Grow. If you haven't joined CIBN when, I think don't make the mistake of missing it, because networking is where you get to connect. We all do networking, but Carrie George has created a networking group. Join 10K 10 day, join clubs that speak to you, be part of communities that allow you to fly in the best sense of the word, to keep, my friends say to me, my wealthiest friends say, my feet are on the ground. So although my head may be business, imagination and creativity, my feet are firmly planted. I wish that for all of you today. I wish for you to see success, wealth, and connectivity to the degree that you want it. Whatever you want, you can have today. It's sunny here in Montreal. I look forward to seeing you again on Friday in Rich Thinking to Grow with Haley, Katherine, and Karen. So have a fabulous time. Katherine Kim Mullen.